Hi, and welcome to my channel, Safi Mystic. If you are new to my channel, what's up? Hi, how you doing? My name is Marjani. Nice to meet you. And if you're coming back, welcome back. Gang, 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 gang. All that good stuff, right? Before I get into this, of course, I have the information that you will need in the description box below. But I will say this blatantly to your face so you know. I'm going to jump straight into what has been going on in previous days, weeks, months of your life, but really just like in recent time, right? And if the energy that I'm looking into doesn't resonate for you and it doesn't feel right, it's perfectly fine, okay? If you feel like you need to check out your other placements in, you know, your birth chart, feel free to check out the zodiac sign playlist that I have available on my channel. I'll leave it at the end of this video so you can feel free to, explore your options there. But that's only if you feel like it, of course. What else was I gonna say? No, that's everything. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. How are you? I hope that everything has been okay. And even if it hasn't been okay, I hope that, with this message, with these readings upon readings, I would like to believe that, with what information we're going to explore here today, why you were led to this video, this can be of help to you somehow. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get started then. Woo! All right. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Let's get into this, please. What's going on with Scorpio? Or at least what has been going on with the Scorpio collective this month. And by the way, of course, if you find this here, November 2024, that's fine. That's around the time that I'm recording it, so yeah, that's good. But if you find it at a later date, trust me when I say it's okay. You found this video when you needed to find it, and that's all there is to it, okay? Just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Let's go. Alright, so what has been going on for Scorpio in the recent past? What's been going on for Scorpio? What's been going on with the Scorpio collective that I'm needing to talk about? Okay. Too many apparently, and I don't need to talk about it, so alright. What am I needing to talk about here for the Scorpio collective? Oh, by the way, you can tell just how long this video is. I would advise you to get something to drink, get something to eat, get a snack or something, because we're going to be here for a while. Despite the fact that, you can skip to any position in the video if you'd like. I feel like, some of you who are really ride or dies for real, y'all will stay and play this video, and it will just be a long, long time, and I don't want you to, just stay there, shrivel up and die. Okay, so I'm just saying, is this it? Yeah. All right. So please hydrate yourself, take care of yourself, and let's jump in, okay? So we have sweetheart, milk, and honey, and it came across like this. All right, so was there a struggle in a relationship here that we need to discuss? Underneath the deck, we have foolish, likes nonsense, entertains bullshit, low vibe. What has been going on here? I'm not gonna, just assume what the dynamic has been between you and anybody else. But from what I'm seeing and what I can tell is that in regards to some kind of connection, usually with the sweetheart card, it can represent family, it can represent a romantic situation, right? Yes. Give me one sec. My guides are kind of highlighting something. I don't know why. No. Okay. So it just seems like what had been going on wasn't necessarily, the word is accurate. I don't know why they're giving me the word accurate here. So whether or not your view on love or relationships was accurate. Something about that is kind of sticking out here in a way. Very fascinating. And it's almost because of this view or belief that you had, that you've been carrying, it's resulted in a lot of unnecessary BS, is what my guides are telling me so far. And I just want to say again, if that does not resonate for you, and you feel like, everything's been fine, people get into stuff all the time, well, okay, I get that, and that's true, but something about this is kind of, it's like, I want to say disrespectful, whether it is to yourself or someone had been disrespectful with you or something like that. As much as everything could seem all right on the surface. Right. Okay. Interesting to get that kind of energy with this card out of all the cards is a very uplifting energy. Wow. Look at this. I'm saying wow because I saw this in my mind's eye and it went back in the deck. New love, change of peace. Right? Is this to sort of represent that you knew that you deserved better than this, or things should be better than how it was? Because I'm trying to understand why I needed to see that new love card. Usually with the new love, it can represent, for me personally, it can represent self-love and, recognizing that yeah, so many words are swimming in my head right now. That care, compassion that you can show for others, you can show it for yourself. So was there like a struggle for you to do this, to show yourself love and compassion in order to entertain some form of tomfoolery that didn't actually need to happen? I don't know what's going on here. I'm still wondering about the energy so far. So let's see. Okay, let's see what's going on. Hold on. Okay, no problem. What my guides kind of want me to highlight as well is that with this card coming out, they know you've done your best. I'm just reiterating what I'm getting. They know that you've done your best and you care. You cared so much. Okay. It was kind of like a faint message. I could barely make it out. Sorry about that. Is this, oh my god, for the third time. I kid you not. I saw it in my head, then I saw it out, and I showed you, and now it came out for real this time. New love, change of pace, and it came across. Okay. Underneath the deck, we have giving, selfless, empath. Yeah, I could tell, like, okay, something about this is kind of going in a direction I didn't expect. So, what I'm getting with this is, how, yeah, my guides keep reiterating something to me about your kindness, about the kind of person that you have been. And for some reason, whether it was in recent time or it was some time ago, but I'm needing to talk about it because it affects you. It's been affecting you recently. I don't know what this is, whether it's a romantic situation or something that had been established in a familial setting, so between family members or something kind of like family. I don't know what this is, but I have to leave it kind of open-ended. I apologize for that. So again, take it how it resonates. Things seem fine on the surface, but I feel like, there was something here. Why does it feel like there was something going on with you? And despite all these positive cards coming out, there's something iffy here that I'm needing to talk to you about. I feel as though I'm needing to sort of give you a heads up, almost like a disclaimer, that as much as I'm going to talk about these things, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person or something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, because from what I'm getting, it seems as though somebody reflects or had reflected how you used to be or something like that. How kind you have been and you've been capable of being. Very strange. I genuinely want to know what's going on here. Before I even get into tarot, I want to use this playing card deck that I have, just to look into this a little further before I even talk about anything else. Talk to me a bit about this Sweetheart, Milk and Honey card. What is this meant to really represent in regards to the collectives and their energy in the recent past? What's been going on there? Thank you. And we have the 9 of Swords reversed. 6 of Cups. It's like my guides are kind of giving me a heads up to let me know that this is not, about finding yourself or anything like that. In the typical way of how I receive this card. This is coming from somebody else. Somebody else came up in a similar way to how you have been. I don't know how else to explain it. It feels kind of difficult to say. And feel like there was a struggle here to really be honest with yourself about what had happened in the past with you personally. So I don't feel like I'm needing to say that you're a bad person or, you have some kind of asshole tendencies. Sorry, I'm just saying. I don't feel that way about this. But I feel like you've dealt with a lot of tomfoolery that I feel you didn't really know how to dissect and understand. You may have been blamed for certain things that wasn't your fault. This may have happened within, your family, your immediate family. And, the idea of everything being fine when it comes to life moving on from that. It feels like a complicated case. Genuinely speaking. Okay. I need to highlight the new love card as well. So, okay. 4 of Swords. Yeah, whoever this is. Kind of got you thinking. Thinking about yourself. That's what I've been feeling. Something about this feels reflective. Somebody, I don't know if this is somebody you've known in your life, or if this is a new person, it's just like an interaction you had with somebody. But it doesn't even feel that new. It feels like a familiar face, a familiar energy. And it's taking me back to you and how you used to be and how things used to be. I want to say you're not in that nightmare anymore. And I think you know that, but there's something about this that just kind of feels like a wake-up call. I don't know why. Don't know why. Oh wow, as I could detect the Four of Hearts here, Four of Cups, could kind of highlight to me, you know, kind of being aloof in a way, not really taking certain things too seriously about your behavior or about how you've been approaching things, what you experience, how you treat people. Yeah. Very interesting, Scorpio. All right. I'm not gonna lie, I am intrigued. But of course, let's continue on and see what happens as we move forward. Let's go. What has been going on for Scorpio in the recent past? Hold on. All right, cool. Don't know if, you know, your approach to relationships have been kind of shaky recently. But I feel like personally, there's things that I don't know what it is. Is it behaviors? Is it things that you've said? The way that you've looked at life? Something had to be made aware of to you, and somebody else played a part in helping you realize this in some way. Huh. Jeez. All right. What's been going on for Scorpio? So we have the card killing here, and we also have roads and motorways on top of the deck. For some reason, I felt like mentioning that. Something had to stop. That's why this card came out. Something had to stop. And the roads and motorways card showing up here as well. It just feels like somebody came along your path to kind of remind you of something, or to show up in a way so that you would recognize something and stop doing something. I don't know what it is. Messing up something. Look, I don't want to make any assumptions here. And of course, since this is still general, I can only go so far with the messages as long as the videos can get. Okay? So please. This is a lot. It's very hard for me to dissect this because it feels heavy. I genuinely feel emotionally stressed. Right? And I'm sure that you've experienced some BS, and okay, I'm sorry. I know that I'm dragging this out. I just feel like you got so... Somebody got really angry here. Somebody got really angry. What happened? And it's like, I feel like I'm talking about something that didn't happen recently. But the feeling of those things happening on that particular instance happening again brings up this feeling of anger that I cannot shake off. So you see, like I was saying with the sweetheart card, milk and honey, usually when this card comes out like this, oh, this is a wonderful energy. Wonderful, wonderful energy. You could even think of it, if you read tarot, kind of like the Ten of Cups. Pretty much, right? I can't remember the thoughts that came to my mind when I made this deck, but I'm telling you, that's usually the energy that card would represent. So for it to come across like that, something just felt off to me. It's not real, or it's not accurate. Something is off. Is this a lie? Is it a joke? Is it a fantasy? Was it just make-believe or something like that? Okay. I do not want to assume what's been going on here. But I am sorry. And I felt like I've had to really apologize to people across these zodiac sign readings because of the things that had to have been brought up during this time. It makes complete sense because around this time is a very revealing period for our lives as a collective. Very, very revealing. How this awareness comes to us individually, it varies, but I feel like with you, I'm just feeling like upset. I genuinely feel upset. And I feel like I'm supposed to just tell you that I understand, I hear you, I get it, I see you. And I hope that you're not like in this position of feeling this on a regular basis anymore, because it's tiring me out. I don't even know if I can make it through the rest of this reading, but of course I will. I'll try. I need to tell you that as you're moving forward, this change, this sort of shift in the collective right now that's happening is helping you to get rid of the kind of residue that you've had to deal with from past experiences that have stressed you out, that have really caused you like intense frustration. I want to say like that will be gone. That will be gone. I don't want to tell you be patient, but I mean that is important to try and cultivate within yourself. Things are going to be different this time around is what I want to say. If you don't feel like, what's happening right now in your life is really leading up to positive change, I feel like I'm supposed to tell you that it is. Okay? Not only that, but I don't know what it is you're aiming for personally in terms of your goals and your aspirations and things like that, but I'm seeing something work out really well for you in regards to something developing business-wise. Either that or something having to do with you personally and what it is you would like to achieve in your life. There's something working out pretty well for you in regards to that. Either one. It could be both, but I feel like I'm needing to point out either one here. Okay. Healing message here on this card. It says reflect on the roots of any anger or resentment to help you rationalize and resolve them. Yeah, for some reason I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like it seems as though you may have self-sabotaged in some way. And I mean, with the killing card, I wouldn't doubt it. Okay. Again, if that doesn't resonate for you, that's fine. But I feel like, yeah, see this nonchalant, disconnected card here and giving selfless empath. It feels like you were kind of disconnected from this version of yourself. And because of that, you may have sabotaged something here connecting with someone else, but truly it is reflective on how you know how people kind of say that you let yourself go. I don't mean that in a physical sense, I mean that in like an emotional sense. This is kind of suggesting to me that on an emotional level you let yourself go because you didn't want to deal with the pain anymore, you didn't want to feel frustrated anymore, or you wanted to sort of feel justified and like this feeling makes sense, you know. So in order for it to make sense, you kind of had to go along with it in a way. If you know what I mean, you know what I mean. Yeah. This is why I kept getting this message over and over in the beginning. You're not a bad person. It's okay, you're not a bad person. Kept getting that continuously. And I'm having to, dissect this message for you, explore this with you, because it's important that you have at least some support to where you can feel justified or acknowledged. Let me say it like that, acknowledged. Because it's like, I know that there has been at least one significant moment where you felt like you were not recognized or you were not taken care of. You had to go through things that was just, for somebody, I feel, let's just say, disturbing. Yeah, for some reason my guides highlighted this. Wannabe victim lacks accountability, blames others for problems. You might have dealt with a narcissist or two, people who, were nice when you guys were in public. I'm getting a very specific image, so take it if it resonates. But it's like, you could be with these people in public and they will be so sweet and so nice and caring and everybody loves them, yada yada, fucking yada, right? But when you get back home, they're not nice, they're not sweet, they've never been considerate, like a complete switch around. I can say that it's not gonna apply in that sort of extreme for everybody, but it's definitely something I needed to mention here with the energy. Something wasn't right. It wasn't accurate. It wasn't real. Like, Okay. Don't know if you got blamed for something. See the card still here? I don't know if you got blamed for something. And it's almost like I'm just pointing this out as a hypothetical, where in the past you may have dealt with one person or multiple people who did not take accountability for the things that they did to you and how they treated you, how they showed up for you, how they didn't show up for you, and perhaps abandoned you. But I'm really getting more so things that they've done. And they kind of made it seem like it was your fault. So operating in your life, you've kind of taken this approach where you couldn't really handle the idea of taking on accountability about certain things, right? So you may have moments where you project back and you lash out and you're just like, yo, I didn't do that to you, or and you get angry and upset because you're already harboring the responsibility of people who projected their bullshit onto you. Does that make sense? So because of that, and you've been carrying that within your subconscious mind, it's like for you to just be honest with yourself and in connection with others, it's too much to the point where you could self-sabotage. That's the energy that I was getting. It's very very, very complex. And I keep wanting to say it over and over. You're not a bad person, okay? You just went through some really bad things. And, now it's time for us to deal with that, All right, so let's get this future energy, please. What's going on here in regards to the future? Okay. How you want this? Upright or crossed? Yeah. Defensive, fragile, hurt, ego. Leave it just like that. Underneath the deck, unstable, falling apart, lack of self-care. Babes. All right. You're awakening. I'll say it as many times as I need to say it. You're awakening. Okay. And I need for you to understand the importance of really giving yourself the space and time to heal and cry, scream, get mad. I feel like you would definitely benefit from going to a rage room and just letting it out. Like, I feel like you would highly benefit going to a place like that if you haven't before, I don't think I have, but I know that would be helpful on my end for sure. But with this energy that I've been picking up from you since the beginning, oh my God, I can just imagine the smashing, the banging, the just breaking of things, just to help you release those things that you went through, that you've been trying to kind of move on from. You've been trying to just, be okay with, but it's kind of been seeping out in your behavior, and it kind of it rose to the surface in recent time. Right. Hold on. There's like a little piece of skin here by my nail. I know that it's not easy to sort of be vulnerable with yourself, or to be back in that space where you felt like you couldn't handle what was going on in the past. Vulnerability is not an easy thing to do. And I feel like, when you were younger, you were vulnerable by default because, at a young age, we all needed to have those who were older, who could protect us, who can support us and guide us through life. And I feel like there's just challenges in recognizing the importance of kind of acknowledging how you feel. No need for lying. I want to say, like, for some reason, I want to say there's no need for you to lie to yourself. There's no need for you to pretend anymore. Okay. I'm getting something about what you believe is getting shaken up here in the nearby future. Now, is this to say that this is exactly what's going to happen in the nearby future? No. This is just a prediction, but it is based off of how things have been and what I can see right now in the energy. Okay? So it really depends, how much of this message you actually take seriously from me, and what you do moving forward with this message, That that card that came up before with the wannabe victim thing, I kind of got a flash of that just now. Almost as if, you know, you don't want to be put on the spot. Have to go through some kind of intervention or something like that. Don't know if that is something that may happen where you're faced with someone in your life or different people in your life pointing out things to you. They kind of see that you're what's the word? No. The best way I could say this is like some people are recognizing that you are kind of losing yourself. And I know I said something kind of similar in the beginning, letting yourself go or something like that. Again, I don't mean that in a physical sense. For some of you that might resonate, but that's not what I mean. It's just so much frustration. And I'd like to hope that, you know, with these readings that I'm doing that's compiled in this one big video, you know, it can be helpful. Like I said, now we have more of these orange cards. It's interesting. So we have excited and overjoyed here. But it came across as well. This is not just a straightforward message. Like I said, all of this feels complex. And it seems as though you're going into an energy where it's not as straightforward for you to just be closed off to what it is you're seeing, what people are telling you, what you are observing for yourself. It's not straightforward in that regard. I feel like you want to just be a little more accepting of what has happened in the past. I know, and I can tell in the nearby future, there's this desire to let go. This desire to see things for what it is, because it's been affecting you. Whatever happened, it's been affecting you. And it's kind of gonna show in your behaviors not really aligning in the best way that it could or that it has in the past. So, for example, you might I don't know. No. I'm trying to look for like a reasonable example, but you know, you might stop caring about cleaning up the dishes, for example, or doing your laundry, or brushing your teeth, washing your face, washing your hair, folding your clothes. It doesn't have to be any of those things, but it feels like something that you used to do, you're not doing it anymore. Because, again, this whole process of kind of waking up to certain things is not hitting very well on you. Or at least, you know, this could very well be the case. And it kind of shows externally, is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be with any like household chores. It could be within your behavior, you know. I heard the word irrational. Like at some points you might feel, you know, like you need to just get mad, or you need to say something, or you need to just do something that to others may seem quite irrational. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, that's what I'm getting. But to you, even to you, it barely makes any sense, but you feel like you should do it anyway, you know? And it's being a little more obvious. It's kind of seeping out in your behavior in some way. Now, yeah, I feel like I don't know who this is or who this is connected to, but externally, it's again, it's complicated because I feel like somebody or there's people, who believe in you, who care about you, or they want to see things work out well for you. I feel like a little discomforted. It doesn't feel very comfortable, but it feels like it's at least something. You know, it's at least something. We're not pretending anymore. This is not the same old game anymore. At the same time, it's not that simple as if everything's okay now. It's really not. Underneath the deck, we have new beginning, restart on a past situation, opportunity for change. Yeah. It's like, yeah, this is going in a good direction. It doesn't really feel like it though. Like, there may be moments where people in your life or a specific person, they're gonna feel like they can't do much for you to help you get out of what it is you're experiencing, but they're on some level just grateful that, excuse me, things can change from here on out, It could change. There's more hope there somewhere. And we have broken family as I cut the deck. Unhealthy dynamic, divorce, no longer resonating. So I don't know how this is really whew, oh boy. I don't know what's really going on here because I feel like, again, there's multiple messages I can pull from this. And it's like I'm picking up on different energies from different people who are watching this. So forgive me, please. It always happens like this with general readings. Yeah, I feel like this has to do with the past, how things played out. And for a lot of you, this has to do with like your immediate family. For some of you, this may connect to like a romantic situation, to where you had been married or you moved in with somebody and things got haywire or things were just not okay. And yeah, it could be more detailed than that for some of you, but just take it how it resonates. Yeah. As I cut the deck again, asshole, disturbing, intentionally problematic. Like things were just not okay, and I'm kind of leaning towards the how things played out family wise, but take it how it resonates, please. Okay. Let's continue. Whew. Headache. I need water. I need water, which reminds me, if you haven't, if you didn't drink any water, please do drink some now. Drink some now. Okay. Pause the damn video if you have to. Just go drink some. Look, I'm gonna do it now. Okay. Okay. So you know I'm doing it. You best do it too, okay? I'm not pausing, no. Oh my god. What a relief. Whew. Even then, yeah. Okay. What's happening in the nearby future that I'm needing to discuss with Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, please, and thank you. What's going on with Scorpio? Okay. And we have parents and car. The car card, it can kind of symbolize, just being overwhelmed by what's happening around you. So, yeah. I really Again, I don't want to get too far into this, but like I said, it feels very familial. Yeah, and that's like the most I could say without going too far. Yeah. Don't you find this interesting though? Look, just keep the words separate, okay? But it's so gray. Okay, I know and I can tell that just the whole idea of things getting out of hand and getting hostile is something that is going to be a bit concerning for you. I can't even say a little bit. It's going to be concerning for you based off of what I'm getting here, right? It's due to the fact that there's unresolved issues and conflicts that need to be brought out. It needs to be let go of. It needs to be released. It needs to be gone. It needs to be taken care of. And I feel like, yeah, again, this is not something that you would be exactly happy to go through and have to process, but it is a start though. And I feel like this is just the beginning of an incredible journey towards healing, towards growing, evolving, allowing changes that, can truly allow for betterment, Even if it doesn't feel like it and you don't really see it because it's kind of hard to see, I need to tell you that something, I can't even say something. I feel like there's just this wash of positivity that is kind of pushing on you in the future. It's going to push on you. And there's importance to your life that I feel as though you didn't necessarily feel previously. You may have honestly just never felt important. And I need to tell you that you are important. If you weren't important, you wouldn't be here. I'll say it again. If you were not important, you would not be here. And I'm not just talking about with this video. I'm talking about just in general. Yes, being alive. Yes. Excuse me. In order for you to, I want to say, to be free, you kind of have to go through the emotions here of what happened and what you experienced and all of this. Yeah, with the bird card here. This is freedom. You have to process your emotions before you can get to that, before you can let go and sort of not have to drag on the trauma, the irritation, the weight and responsibility that other people have put onto you. Okay. All right. Let me read this healing message. Pinpoint your resentment and peacefully resolve it. Now, I mean, usually this card would come up because something requires your attention. So honor it. Accept that you're seeing and experiencing these feelings for a reason. Just because it's time to let it go. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. I'm saying that it's necessary. For where you're going, you need to let it go. Oh, okay. I heard that song and I'm gonna write it down. Be right back. Be right back. Sorry. Okay. Got it. Alright, so now we can move on to tarot, okay? If you feel like sticking around after 49 minutes, that's entirely up to you. I'm doing this for you guys. Which deck am I using here today? Seriously? For real? Okay. This Light Series deck is coming in core right now. Light Series is the G right now. This is the main deck for a lot of readings I've done this month. So, okay, let's go. All right, what's been going on in the recent past that I'm needing to discuss with the Scorpio collective, please and thank you. What am I needing to discuss here? For Scorpio, what's been going on? And we have the Ten of Swords. Wow. An ending. It's interesting that I could get that and have this card out as well. Ten of Swords, and underneath the deck, the Page of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you really... I think you kind of embraced what you couldn't handle. Again, what happened to you in a way where you kind of told your, it's like I want to say you told your inner child, well, you're not good enough. I'm going to do what I can for me. It feels kind of weird to say that out loud, but that's what the energy is giving me so far. Like your old version is dead. This is the new me type of energy. In an attempt to get away from what you experienced, you kind of told your inner child, like, fuck you, basically, in a way. And I'm not saying that you did this intentionally, as if you were telling yourself quite literally these things, or getting negative with yourself in that regard, but subconsciously you kind of did. By, again, embracing things that suggested that, I don't know how to say this in a polite way. I genuinely don't. But the word is underdeveloped. There was only so much you could do, but you wanted to believe that there was more you could do. And it's like I even want to say there was nothing you could have done. When you went through those things, there was nothing you could have done. It's not your fault. There was nothing you could have done. And I'm only saying this to you because I get it. And I feel like you should hear somebody say it to your face. To your face. Talk to me about the past. What's been going on in the past, please? And thank you. Thanks. And we have the Tower. I mean, yeah. Surprising turn of events. And it's like, I feel the urge to say, like, for some of you, this involves an actual death here. And, I really want to say that I'm sorry and just take a minute on that. Just take a minute. I'm sorry. And for some of you, I want to say I'm sorry for your loss. But in general, right, we have the Tower here and the Two of Swords. Right. Yeah, I feel like something just caught you off guard and you didn't know what the hell to do with that information. Like I said, for some of you, there was a passing of someone, and you didn't know how to, you know, process that. It could have been one of the people or someone who, you know, caused all of this trouble, you know. But clarify the tower for me, please. Let's talk about this a little more. Six of Wands. Okay. And look, Two of Swords again. Well, the Two of, what is it? No, it's not clubs, it's the spades, right? Yeah, Two of Spades. Same thing. Same thing. So, Six of Wands, huh? Okay. Was this your pride? I still felt like I needed to mention that whole thing that I said, but I know that there was more to it. Your pride. I know I picked up on this early on. You know how I was saying, you know, you kind of started moving in a way where you thought that you could go beyond the things that you went through. Just, you know, I literally want to say, and sorry for saying this, but I literally want to say, like, fuck my life. I'm just gonna do what I can do, right? And I know I picked up on this early on when I realized your energy was kind of iffy. You were trying to just, again, leave the past behind you by kind of getting in your head a bit and allowing your ego to take over. Not really acknowledge how you felt. Be honest with yourself emotionally here and allow yourself to grieve, allow yourself to feel what it is you went through so you can really understand the circumstances for what it was and be able to move on from it. I feel like you just didn't have, I want to say you didn't have the support you needed. So even when somebody could come along and try to show you that support, at that point, I feel like you were not open to it. And this tower could have represented, you know, somebody trying to say something to you like, hey, this is not okay, or, you know, I don't like that this happened here. I don't like what you said to me. Like, what is going on? And, you know, you just didn't know how to process that emotionally because your pride kind of stood in the way. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I'm just reading the messages, okay? Just reading the messages. You know what to do if it doesn't resonate for you. Let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. What's been going on in the past when it comes to Scorpio, please and thank you. We have the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Interesting. Also, the Three of Wands underneath the deck as well. All right. So, somewhere deep inside, just somewhere deep down, you kind of knew that this was going to happen. Because it's like I can tell you already know certain things are just not okay to do. Interesting. Like, this was bound to happen. I keep getting the same message. It was bound to happen. Almost like like karma hit you in your face, kind of. Okay, I'm also wanting to say, you know, when we saw that Six of Clubs come out, yeah, I don't know if there was something that you kind of attached yourself to, in a sense that it made you feel proud to do something or to be a part of something, and that just hit the fan. For somebody, I felt like I needed to say that's what this tower is about. Okay. Seven of Pentacles is kind of yeah, it's intriguing to me. Just a little bit, but the same message keeps coming up. Like, this was bound to happen. What I did, how I had been operating, how life had been, it was bound to happen this way. And deep down, you kind of knew this already. And in a way, you anticipated it. Very interesting indeed. Give me one sec. Okay. Let's continue on with the present day energies, what's happening right now, or at least what's been going on in the middle of the month. Do I keep that? No. What's been going on in the middle of the month when it comes to Scorpio? Because when I'm recording these messages kind of late, so I just want to make it very clear. What's been going on in the middle of the month? And then we'll talk about the end of the month, okay? Is this it? Yeah. So we have the Eight of Wands, okay? Followed by the Five of Cups underneath the deck. Okay. I feel like you've gotten a lot of with the Fool coming out here, you've gotten a lot of signs, synchronicities, like epiphanies. Let me say it like that. You've gotten a lot of realizations about, again, why things happened the way that did, what kind of person you are, how things played out, you know, just the details. I feel like there was a lot of like aha moments. That's what I'm getting. A lot of, you know, just that's why. Okay, I get it. You know, that's what I'm getting here. And when I saw that Five of Cups underneath the deck, it wasn't exactly something that made you proud or something that made you happy. It's something that upset you, you know. And it wasn't just based off of, you know, finding this relief in understanding what's been going on and having these realizations, these epiphanies. It's just made things a little more complex when it comes to how you feel. And yeah, it wouldn't doubt me that you've been feeling sad. As much as, you know, some of you wouldn't want to admit that and you wouldn't want to highlight that so much. I mean, I could tell. So the Fool here and the Knight of Cups underneath the deck. Sure. It's kind of giving, you know, sorry, give me one sec. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of giving, you know, I'll just let this happen. Whatever is happening, whatever is supposed to happen, I'll just let it happen. If this is what is supposed to happen, cool. You know, and in a way, it's kind of allowed you to be more in touch with your emotional side. I wanted to say your feminine side. Not even trying to be disrespectful. I'm just saying, okay, we all have feminine and masculine energy, but I feel like, yeah, how things had played out, it kind of pushed you to be more open to your feminine side, or, you know, your more emotional side, compassionate side. But really, Like I was saying in the beginning, how you used to be. Yeah. And the Queen of Swords being here, you know, you... Yeah, Two of Swords, is that it? Wow. Okay. I feel like, yeah. I'm not gonna lie, it feels like you're kind of going between worlds right now, or at least you have been in the middle of the month. Not really sure on what to accept or to admit, to be honest with yourself about. Not only that, with this Three of Cups being here as well, again, it feels like messages. Doesn't necessarily feel like anything other than that had been coming through. I don't know who these people are, but I'm seeing like social media, people talking on podcasts, just videos, maybe on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram, some social media platform, and it's like they're saying things to kind of make you realize things about yourself, about what you went through, stuff like that, why these things happen. And it just feels like, you know, you weren't exactly open to it. Not completely, I could say that. As much as you had entered this energy of just being accepting about what's going on in your life in general, you had been kind of closed off again emotionally, or like subconsciously. Let me say it like that. Not emotionally, subconsciously. But I mean, your emotions are being brought up in this, so again, does feel like this is very complex. So if this is hard to understand, I get it. I get it. Excuse me. Oh boy. All right. Let's continue on. Let me see the future energies. What's going on with the Scorpio collective? Woo, Jesus. Sorry. Am I supposed to talk about that? No. Okay. Yeah, that was too much. Let's see. What's happening here in the nearby future in regards to the Scorpio collective? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Please and thank you. Didn't want to come out though. And I know what I saw. That was the Seven of Wands, was it? The Seven of Wands is someone who is willing to, you know, set the right boundaries, look out for themselves, take care of themselves, and not allow, I suppose, external forces to really dictate how they feel and how things can go. They're protecting their peace, basically. That's usually what the Seven of Wands is. The Seven of Wands is meant to kind of represent, right? So the fact that it didn't come out, I mean, makes sense. As much as you could be in that energy somewhat. I feel like as much as you would want to just be protecting of your peace, it's almost like you're not really going to be protecting your peace in the nearby future. You're protecting your ego a bit. Protecting the how do I say this, boy? Because I don't want to say that you're protecting the chaos that you're going through or that you had gone through and you've been trying to get away from. Yeah, I just feel like it's an approach where you don't really want to be accountable for certain things. But to just be honest with yourself about certain things. As much as it's understandable, I get it. Am I supposed to keep this? Talk about it? Not really. Yeah, my guides are pretty much saying with this coming across like that is kind of what it is I just said. So, okay, cool. Yeah. It's not like you'll really want to be in a rush to get hype about what you could do moving forward in regards to this, because you went through a lot of shit. Yeah, you went through a lot of shit. Mm. Mm-hmm. And this is it. So we have the Five of Swords. I know I saw the Seven of Swords just now. It just feels like, on some level, you're still kind of, what's the word? No, forget it. With the Five of Swords being here and the, oh, sorry for shaking the camera, and the Ace of Wands, like I was saying, I know I felt like you're gonna be awakening. That's what's happening. And look, I mean, look at how her head is lighting up right there where the third eye would be. Sorry, I hadn't had the camera focus, my bad. But you get it, right? That's what's happening. And it's not exactly an easy process, you know. And I feel like, yeah, low key, this might not even be low key for some of you, high key for some of y'all. You may want to crash out in a way where you might say things you don't mean, or you might want to, you know, because you're annoyed that you're actually having to process this junk. I wanted to say junk mail, spam mail. You're kind of having to process that. These things that don't need to be there anymore. It's just been stored there in your memory. It's an uncomfortable process, but is it worth it? Entirely. Entirely. It wouldn't surprise me if you start to experience headaches, or you have been. You know, do I keep that? No. Okay. I had to ask. I don't know why it came out. Oh, okay. Understood. Okay. No, okay. I had to make sure if there's anything else I needed to see. Oh, right. Was I talking about the headaches? Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if you had been getting headaches in recent time, or you're going to kind of have to go through a lot mentally to the point where you're experiencing headaches. That's why I had to mention this whole drinking water thing with you. I know I had to say it for some reason. Is this it? Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles. Cool, I suppose. Honestly, that's not a bad look at all. And I think that we have the Six of Swords, so the one right after this one, which is lovely, actually. Whew. I feel like in the nearby future, or towards the end of the month, it kind of gives this vibe of, excuse me, you really learning how you can take your experiences and sort of be, again, learn to be more accepting of these things so you can move forward with your life, so you can get out of your head. Okay. Yeah, look, as I could detect the Page of Wands, it's not like you would be exactly excited about it, but I feel like you want this growth, you know, this progress, to try and approach things differently in a way that actually allows you more peace. And right. You know how in this picture you see these crows are just like, ah, you know, they're getting in this man's ear about whatever, being noisy, and this man is looking irritated. But you see her, those crows are leading her, supporting her, moving the boat so she can carry on with her life. So I feel like that message is kind of literal here, where the things that you've gone through, I feel like in the nearby future, as much as it is annoying and it is frustrating, and it might allow for you to be in a position to kind of get defensive with people or say things you don't mean. This is still very progressive, where I see you'll be learning how to implement these things that you've experienced in a more progressive kind of way, you know, which is good. That's good, actually. All right, let's go. Let's go, future energies, please. Let's wrap this part of the video up so we can get into the love portion if there's anything I need to discuss there. And we have the 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah. Again, like I said, it's not an easy process. And look, we have the 8 of Swords here. Yep. It's not an easy process, and there's that heaviness again. Yeah, on some level, it's not like, you know, you'll feel very confident or accepted, really, because deep down, you're kind of just blaming yourself a lot, is what I'm getting. Overwhelmed by the things that people have said to you, how they treated you. So this is kind of reflecting back in your energy where you feel alone, but it's like you're not really alone. At least, like, you feel that same sense of abandonment that you did in the past. It's all connected to, you know, all these negative things that you could say about yourself, the things that had been said to you, the things that had been done to you. But in the future, you may feel a little low. I'm not gonna lie to you. As much as I see you aiming to make progress, this is not an easy time. Like I said, I've been saying this. So, all right. Now we're gonna get into the love portion, okay? Let's go. Now, if you are not interested in looking into love and all of that, that's fine. I have no problem with this. You know, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. And I appreciate you very, very much. Take care of yourselves, all right? Goodbye, if you're leaving now. But if you're sticking around for this, let's get into it, okay? I don't know what we're going to discuss in regards to love here, because I really didn't get much of a read on love here. Anything sticking out to me particularly, so let's see. All right, how is Scorpio's love life looking in the nearby future? How's Scorpio's love life looking? Okay, in the nearby future, what's it looking like? Yeah, well, you guys already know how to, you know, make that apparent to me. I said that out loud because my guides are kind of suggesting, you know, well, they kind of reminded me of something. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. If I need to tell you, I'll tell you. Let's go. What's going on in the nearby future in regards to Scorpio's love life, please and thank you. Yeah, okay, one more. One more. My God. Whoa. Yeah, that's a lot. What is this? What's all this? Did I read that? Okay. Alright. I know you guys be wanting to give me additional stories to bring up and additional pieces to bring up, but is this it? No? Damn. Okay. Okay. Sure. Wow. Okay. Well done. Cool, I guess. So my guides pretty much told me, hey, we're not doing the love portion thing here. It's not. This is not something we need to focus in on. So, okay, you guys could have told me that earlier, but guess they wanted me to see that for myself. Is there anything else I need to discuss with the collective though? No, no. Yeah, they're just like, yeah, we could leave this right here. So yeah, guys, that's it. Wow, I'm actually surprised. Actually surprised. So okay. Oh wait, it was here. All right, guys. So thank you all so much for spending this time with me. I really appreciate that so much. If you resonated with this video, you resonated with this message, please do feel free to like this video, subscribe, comment, share. If for some reason you feel like this message is going to resonate for somebody else, be my guest. But all in all, just wanted to say thank you and that I appreciate you. So muchas gracias. Please take care of yourselves, and I wish you guys nothing but the best. Okay, good luck and take care. Bye.